Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding an amateur record of 1 win with no defeats. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall with an official weight of 67 kilograms even. Fighting out of Southside Training Centre by way of Palmerston North in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the menace, Desmond Batten. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist making his amateur debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 66 kilograms even. He fights out of CMBT Training Centre by way of Liverpool in England. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Conor Smith! And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Nakia Melody.
Here we go, the 5th bout of the night between Desmond Batten and Conor Smith.
Let me guess, Strong, we're picking up right where we left off. Fast, hard, and action-packed. Here we go.
Absolutely. Both fighters, they haven't stopped looking into each other's eyes since they got into the cage. I can feel the intensity.
Man, you've got to love Proving Grounds Fight League, don't you?
Absolutely.
You haven't stopped smiling since the night started.
The action has just been fast. It's been aggressive, but we've seen such a wide variety of techniques. And it's really hard to believe that it's, we're still in the Amis.
Absolutely.
And the level of these fighters are just, it's growing. MMA in Australia is just growing to a point of where it's really hard to pick them now. Take his shinies off and it's really hard to tell.
Who's who, right? There's nothing amateur about these guys. We said that in the fight before. We'll say it again in this one.
I really like what Smith's doing with his stance at the moment. He's standing lateral, a little bit more bladed, more lateral, which suggests that he's trying to get in and out a little bit more, but it does expose that lead leg kick.
Oh, that lead hook, Chong, my goodness.
But Conor Smith, Desmond is obviously spotted that lead leg and he's got a target on it at the moment. It'll be interesting to see what Smith can do if he has to switch up his stance and what his attack will look like, because Smith has a background in amateur boxing. There's a good takedown attempt, typical of the Southside Training Centre guys.
Look at those hips though from Conor Smith. He is no stranger to this type of work within the walls of CMBT Training Centre. He's seen this before, and he's doing a good job of defending. I was just going to say, Chong, he shot from a far way out, didn't he? But he might get it here. He does so.
It's a great finish to that double leg. And you can hear Pasha Stolia just giving his instructions, as we're so used to hearing, anytime you're in a fight show.
Well, I know you're used to hearing it. That's your old coach, isn't it, Chong?
Yeah.
Good to have him here, Paul Pasha Stoiler.
Absolutely.
Household name in Australian mixed martial arts. Always good to have him cage side.
And Batten's doing such a good job of being patient. I'm just really solidifying that side control. But Smith did a good job of getting his knee and creating a little bit of space. He's hustling a little bit more now. Batten's looking for that back.
And this is where he is at his strongest, to the back for the menace now.
He's got both hooks in. He's fighting for that choke. Smith's being patient, but great position. Oh, that's a good hustle from Smith. That's fantastic work. And there's another double leg.
He's not out of the woods yet. You've heard the saying, out of the pan, into the fire for Conor Smith.
This is that typical wet blanket wrestling style that we're so used to seeing from.
Has in store the menace, Desmond Batten, and Conor Smith. All fights start on the feet, where Conor had most of his success in the early stages of round 1. Can he keep it there, Chong?
I would love to see Conor just let his hands go a little bit more. He's going to have to really utilize that jab and really start shifting his weight onto his rear leg a little bit so that he can get that lead leg up for those checks. If you can just get those long, straight punches out there and just get ready. Oh, there's a great exchange. They both landed lead hooks on each other. It's a great entry into that double leg.
He read that one like a book. He knows Conor likes to throw that lead left hook. with all power, and he just overextended a little bit. Great timing by the Menace.
And just back into this wall work, this grueling wall work. It's just so unforgiving, especially against that cage. It's, you know, I don't know how, unless you've been there yourself, like just being sandwiched up against another human body in that steel cage, it's just so uncomfortable.
I've been there. I don't like to stay there, Chong.
I don't even like to get in the cage.
Oh, mate, I tell you. There's no better seats than what we have cage side. We'll leave it to these two. Big body shot for Conor Smith now.
You're too right, brother.
No reaction from the Menace. Go ahead.
Conor's starting to get on his front foot now. He's trying to force a little bit more action. I think he's found a little bit of success. He's landed a few of his shots, and his boxing's starting to work for him a little bit more. So I think he's going to try and inch his way in. But it's going to be really hard because Desmond's got these leg kicks from the outside, and as soon as that distance closes, Batten's going to shoot, and he's going to try and put Conor Smith on his back.
Well, you can see what Conor's trying to do. He's trying to push the pressure on Menace in order to pull a counter out of there. Out of Desmond, my apologies. And he had success there. And that's a huge right hand by Conor. Desmond shakes it off like it's nothing though, Chong.
Oh, he's a gangster. I love that one. He's just, nah.
Insane.
But I want to see Conor Smith follow it up, follow his boxing up with some wrestling, or that's a good sprawl. That's a great sprawl. That's going to be really good for his morale.
Excellent.
So now that Conor knows that he can sprawl and get back to his feet, that's going to be great for his morale, because shooting a double is just going to take so much energy, and if you can't convert, you know, it is for your morale. If as the aggressor, it's going to take a little bit for you to regroup. So Conor Smith's on his front foot, and he's feeling it now, closing the distance. I want to see him throw that jab out a little bit. That's his right hand to the body. It's working for him.
Absolutely. He's using that right hand to set up going to the head. You saw it momentarily before that fouled shot of the Menace. And again, left hook straight right down the pipe lands for Smith.
I think Smith is feeling it now, especially the shots to the body. It's just going to take that, you know, like it's just going to dent that gas tank. There's a good counter shot too by Desmond though. He's watching. He's not too rattled. He knows that his hands aren't as fast as Smith's.
Down to round number 3. How will the judges see it, or will we see a finish from either of these men taking center cage as we speak?
So already we can see Desmond threatening that lead leg kick. So if he wants to stop Conor's movement, he's just going to have to start chipping away at that lead leg. Whether it's an inside leg kick, outside leg kick, it doesn't matter, because you can always fall back into that. Oh, that's a good right hand over the top. Conor Smith is not playing games. Oh,
that's a
good
beautiful
right hand counter.
Counter from the Menace.
This is such a good fight.
Highly technical, Chong.
Yeah. There's no wasted movements. Like, I feel like they are being very strategic and patient, which is, again, just rare for fighters so early on in their MMA career. Conor Smith is looking like he's loosened up, but Desmond Batten just won't. As soon as he just gets a hand on him, he's just not going to let go.
Well, this is where he needs to keep the fight. Hands clasped for Desmond Batten. Can he finish here? He's 2 from 3 in takedowns, make that 3 from 4. But great defense from Conor Smith. He can't grab the cage.
Oh, every time that you feel like you're going to get up and get away and they're back on you, it's just another one of those mental hurdles that you just got to get over. You can see it on Smith's face now. He's just like, when will this guy go away? But you got to invest that energy into creating enough space so you can get your feet moving again, especially if you're relying on your boxing, where your footwork is going to be key to setting up your success. But Desmond's doing a great job of just throwing all of his weight through Smith's midsection. It just won't even let him breathe.
Well, he knows this is where he has to keep the fight. He can't keep it on the feet. He had a big right hand. That lead hook right hand down the pipe for Smith was working far too well for the Menace's liking. Hands clasped for Desmond now.
It's just classic wall work, you know, just closing the distance, working from up top, working your grip down, sucking those knees together, getting your hips under him and just putting him on his back. It's just so classic from the Southside TC guys, but Smith is just not letting up. He's just hustling. He wants it right in front of us now, and Smith's doing a good job of hand fighting. He's going to try and turn into Desmond. Desmond's doing a good job of just keeping his weight. There you go. So Smith's turned into, that's the first thing. Now he's going to create some space, push that head away, pummel for an underhook. But Desmond sandwiching him spearing him right through the midsection once again.
Well, he's 4 from 5 is the menace. However, Conor Smith proving an incredibly tough customer to take down in the latter stages of round 3, trying to stuff the head there, Chong. 10 seconds left.
This is wrestling when all else fails. You can just lean on your wrestling and just make it really hard for the striker.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for an official decision. Judge 1 scores the contest 28-29 to the red corner. Judge 2 scores the contest 29-28 to the blue corner. And Judge 3 scores the contest 29-28 for your winner by split decision in the blue corner, the menace, Desmond Batten.